Hi, my name is Alissa Durr, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the National Organization of Disorders of the Corpus Callosum. How many times a day are we placed in social situations with other people? How many times a day do you use sarcasm amongst your friends, or do you initiate conversation? All of these little tasks we take for granted are possible due to a fully functioning corpus callosum. Imagine having a disorder that made those little things almost impossible to perfect. The disorder that I'm talking about is known as agenesis of the corpus callosum, or ACC. I've been babysitting a little boy for the past 6 years who was diagnosed with ACC while his mother was pregnant with him, and the organization that supports his disorder is very dear to their family. ACC is not very well known about and is usually mistaken for autism because the symptoms are very similar. But today I want to inform you about the organization associated with this disease, the National Organization of Disorders of the Corpus Callosum, or NODCC. Today I will inform you about how the NODCC got started, what their goals are, and how they help people all across the country. The NODCC is a nonprofit organization that reaches out to families and individuals who have any type of callosum disorder. According to NODCC.org, the corpus callosum is the range of nerve fibers in your brain that allows you to transfer information from your left brain to your right brain and vice versa. Without it at all, or without it fully developed, one will experience several difficulties in life, such as lack of communication and social skills, inferencing underlying morals, and picking up on sarcasm. The NODCC started back in 2001 when individuals at the ACC Family Conference decided they would need an organization for additional support coping with this disorder. According to the NODCC.org, the woman who planned the 2001 conference, Barbara Fonseca, contacted a lawyer who agreed to donate his services to help start the nonprofit organization. A year later, at the ACC Family Conference, the name and vision of what the NODCC would be was discussed. The goal of this organization was to focus strictly on corpus callosum disorders. By attaining a nonprofit status, the organization would then be able to focus on a broader range of funding opportunities and could host an annual conference. The NODCC has a very strong mission statement: to enhance the quality of life and promote opportunities for individuals with disorders of the corpus callosum and raise the profile, understanding, and acceptance of these disorders through research, education, advocacy, and networking. The NODCC wants to be the leading organization for gathering and disseminating information about disorders of the corpus callosum. It also aims to focus on the cognitive, behavioral, developmental, educational, psychological, neurological, medical, and genetic issues related to disorders of the corpus callosum. The NODCC maintains and encourages high levels of professional ethics and scientific responsibility in management and dissemination of this information. The organization also stands by very strong core values and guiding principles such as respect for all persons, families, and communities of care, diversity within the board, staff, volunteers, and membership. It values professional competence and integrity, as well as continuing improvement, learning, and refinement of the organization itself. Membership participation, teamwork, and compassion are also very important to this organization. I didn't know much about this organization before I started researching it. I was intrigued because I know how important it is to my next-door neighbor's family, whose 6-year-old middle son will live with this disorder for the rest of his life. The mother found out while she was pregnant that her son would have this disorder, and without this organization, they would not be able to attend the annual conference to gain more information about his diagnosis. According to rightdiagnosis.com, any spectrum of disorders related to the corpus callosum is extremely rare, so any organization that can speak for it will help the families and individuals affected by it. Because I want Reed to live the most normal life he can, I fully support the NODCC. According to NODCC.org, there are a number of reasons to join this organization. However, the most important is to help foster knowledge, support, and hope within the NODCC community. If you have a disorder of the corpus callosum, or if you have a relative or friend with a disorder, then you yourself can benefit from joining the NODCC. In conclusion, the NODCC is a much-needed nonprofit organization. It stands for good family values, and its main focus is to help those families and individuals affected by disorders of the corpus callosum. I've seen firsthand what it's done for my neighbor's family, and it's definitely influenced their life for the better.